Howdy, folks. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside. So it's good to see everybody again. Happy Saturday to you. I'm seeing a little bit of lag in the video. I don't know if you guys are. It's a little bit, jittery. I don't know what the word is for it. It just looks like it's. Oh, okay. I think it's getting caught up now. I think we're okay. But no flashing like last time. I think we're looking good. I don't know. Does it look washed out to you? I can adjust the lighting a little bit. To me, it looks a little bit washed out. I said that, and then the washed out part of it changed. So welcome back. Glad you could join us on this warm Saturday afternoon, hot Saturday afternoon, actually. So I think it's probably in the low 80s as a guess. I just saw that flash again. I just saw it. Ugh! Makes me so mad. Hopefully that was just like my eyes and it wasn't. Nope, there it goes again. All right, looks like we're going to do that again, I suppose. So let's see if I can kill anything else that's running. Maybe. See, I don't need this. Yeah, let me get rid of this. Let me close a bunch of stuffs. And it should be okay. I don't know. We'll see. We'll wing it. Hopefully it won't be too bad. But welcome again. I see a lot of people in the room up front. I see John King, and I feel like Miss G. Now, you guys didn't have Miss Jean probably because I'm talking about Romper Room. And Romper Room was syndicated, but they had different people in different cities. So in the Boston, it was Miss Jean. And I think for the length of Romper Room, which ran a long time, they substituted people in. So I don't know if different cities had different people, but in Boston, we had Miss Jean. And when it was somebody's birthday, she held up the magic mirror. But it was basically like one of those mirrors that you use to, like handheld mirrors that you use to make yourself up, except it had no glass in it. So you could see her face through it. And she was probably like reading cue cards. And she goes, happy birthday. I see Timmy and Johnny, and there's little Susie. And, and she would go through this whole thing. So I kind of feel like that right now. I feel like Miss Jean. So if you don't get the reference, Miss Jean from Romper Room, who are your Miss Whatevers from Romper Room? Those of you who remember Romper Room. I don't know. Is Romper Room still even on? So let's see. There's Adam Hebb, 999 Squad, Joshua Maxwell, Miguel Rangel, Tom, old guy in Colorado, John King. I think that's it for now. That's okay. That's pretty good. That's a great start. What am I drinking? Guess, Val. You are drinking a Mickey's. That's my guess. You're drinking a Mickey's. I still have to do that. I still have to do a lot of things. When I look at my list of things that I have to do a lot of things, and I'm constantly getting suggestions. I'm trying to whittle through the suggestion box that's on our in the community tab. If you guys have not put anything there and you have some ideas, please put it out there. Currently working on getting the maggots for John King to work on the one that he put in there. But if you guys have not submitted anything to the suggestion box, please do so. We will seriously consider it. We won't do it if it's dangerous or toxic. We just won't do it. So, and if it involves chugging or anything else like that, anything that violates YouTube's terms of service, we won't do that either. Or if it's not family friendly, we won't do that. So, but other than that, sky's the limit. I mean, heck, we did silkworm pupa ceviche, and we're going to be doing Salisbury steak maggot sandwiches. So sky's the limit. There we go. Val, word of the week. I'm glad you asked. The word of the week is discombobulated. Discombobulated. That is the word of the week, I think. Check, Joshua. I know you write these down, so check to make sure that I have not used that again. I'm correct again. Wow. 10 points, Val. Thank you, John. Having Glenlivet 12 with squirt mixed together? Why would you mix Glenlivet with anything? I mean, isn't it? Just by itself, maybe on the rocks. I don't know. I like scotch. I like whiskeys, but not all the time. And every once in a while, just in the glass like this, sip on it. Perfection. There we go. That was word 18. I actually used discombobulated before. Wow. Holy cow. All right, let's see. How about mixolydian? Today's word is mixolydian. Don't ask me to spell that because I can't. Mixolydian is today's word. So we have a wide variety of snacks today. Let's see, I thought we had 8. Do we have 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we have seven snacks, our adult beverage, and our soft drink. So we're good to go. Hey, Donna Lauderdale has just entered the room. Welcome, Donna. Good to see you again. Glad you could join us on this bright and cheerful Saturday. Hope you're doing well. As you can tell, we're in episode 2, or the second live stream that we're doing from my friend Michelle's house, and she reminded me that I'm not house sitting. This is my second home, so I'm doing the live stream from my second home. And the thing that tipped her off was that her Nazca lines painting in the background, which is pretty cool. Just the colors, the lines, everything is just a really cool painting. So I'm not going to take it. It belongs to Michelle, so it's going to stay here when I leave. Puke points. Oh my God. Hey, Janice Yamanaka is here. I'm at Magic Mountain. We'll be in and out of the chat today, but you're here now, Janice, and that's all that counts. So, Janice, is there a theme park in Southern California that you have not been to? And here's a more important question: what theme parks outside of California have you been to? Have you been to like Six Flags Over Texas? Have you been to what's the one in Sandusky? Something Point in Ohio. Sandusky, Ohio, has the world's tallest roller coaster. And then Kennywood Park in Pittsburgh. They had the world's fastest roller coaster for a while. So which ones have you been to, Janice, outside of Southern California? I don't know that you do much travel at all. I haven't really. Certainly you don't film if you're doing travel, because I don't think I've seen Cedar Point. Thank you very much, 999 Squad. You're absolutely correct. Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. So, and I don't even know if that's still the case, but for a while they did have the world's tallest roller coaster, and if I'm not mistaken, it was a wooden roller coaster. If I'm not mistaken. So, I'm mistaken sometimes, and I'm willing to admit it when I am. Sam Coker is here. Welcome, Sam Coker. Glad you could join us. What gloves do I have? Right now, I don't have any. I don't even have rubber gloves or plastic gloves. So right now, no gloves here. Well, to be fair, maybe Michelle has gloves here somewhere, but I'd have to go look for them. No gloves. Sorry, Sam. But can we pretend I'm wearing gloves? Like they're see-through gloves? I guess. Does mixolydian sound right? It sounds right, but I bet you if you put that in Google search, it will say, "Did you mean?" and it'll spell it right. So that's pretty close. Yeah. Janice, have you been to Six Flags Fiesta Texas in San Antonio? I think that was, let's see, Six Flags Over Texas. Maybe Six Flags Over Texas is the one in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Because I think Six Flags Fiesta Texas is now just called Fiesta Texas, if I'm not mistaken. I have been to Fiesta Texas, John, and the thing I love about Fiesta Texas is they have, I think it's called the Giant, the wooden roller coaster. I think it's called the Giant. And at one point in time, it actually goes into the mountain. So there's like cliffs. There's like cliffs along the edge of the park. And at one point in time, the wooden roller coaster actually goes in through like a tunnel and then comes out the other side. It comes through a tunnel in the cliff, which is pretty cool. So that Six Flags Fiesta Texas. I saw a show there. It was Chubby Checker, and opening for him was Davy Jones and the Monkees. So yeah, have been to Six Flags Fiesta Texas several times, John. But the question is, has Janice been? That's the big question. Hey, Val, I had this idea for a video. I saw a video yesterday where Conan O'Brien answered a fan's question asking about his ultimate sandwich. Oh, well, Adam, just put that in the Ask Val. So if you go to our community tab, community page, I guess, go to our community tab, community page, and go to the post that says suggestion box. Ask Val. Put that in the Ask Val, and we'll do that. That'll be a question. It'll be your question. We'll do the Ask Val, and we'll put that in Ask Val. So there we go. The Rattler. Okay, I thought it was called the Giant, but I haven't lived in Texas since 2003, so I can be forgetful about such stuff. Did I miss anybody else coming into the room? I don't think so. This the little number up there, if it can be trusted, which it never can, says 9. So to me, now this is just me, right? To me, this looks kind of washed out, and I'm thinking of dimming the lights a little bit. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? The Texas Giant is in Dallas. That explains it. So I know I've been on the Giant. I know I've been on the wooden roller coaster in at Six Flags. I mean, I'm sorry, in Fiesta, Texas. So I've been on both. I just didn't remember which one was where. So there we go. What do you guys think? Does it look a little washed out to you? Yes, no? Thumbs up, yes. Anybody? I love gloves as well. Well, you said you loved gloves, period. Did somebody else say they loved gloves? I was going to ask you if you could try it. He made it consist of a full loaf of, try that particular sandwich. A full loaf of Italian bread, ham, mayo, salsa, gravy, and McNuggets. How do you eat that? So I'm thinking of a full loaf of Italian. You're probably talking about scally bread, which would be about that big, I think, and it's sliced. Maybe it's not sliced. Maybe that's what it is. Is it not sliced? It's a loaf of Italian bread, but not sliced. Yes, no? We could do that. Let's see. Ham, mayo, salsa, gravy, and McNuggets. That's an odd combo. Put it in the suggestion box, Adam, and we'll that one should go in the suggestion box, not in the Ask Bell. Unless you want to ask me what what I would consider the ultimate sandwich, then that should go in the Ask Bell. And that, but this, if you want me to do something very specific, I would go ahead and put that in the suggestion box. He cut it in half. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Which way though? Down the middle or like the side? The side would make sense. Val, you are not nearly as washed out as my brain. Oh, okay. I mean, as long as it's okay with you guys, that's fine. I can adjust it. They're the ring lights, and they can go up and down, so I can back them off a little bit if you want. So just let me know. Val, you should wear a poop shirt for next week. Do you mean a shirt covered in poop? Do you mean a shirt with poop on it? Like a picture of poop on it? Or do you mean a shirt made out of poop? You have to be specific. John. No, he cut it in half. Like this. Like this, cut it in half? Wait. I'm a little confused. So you're talking about a loaf. It's about like that, right? So he cut it this down the middle? Or he cut it this way? Or he cut it this way? It's hard for you to tell me this way or this way. That doesn't make any sense if you say this way or this way. So let's say vertically or horizontally or down the middle. I guess I have no other way to describe down the middle. Horizontally would be like you put the loaf down like this and you cut it like that. That's going to be horizontal. If you cut it like this, that's going to be vertical, and we're going to call that down the middle. So which one was it? He cut it in half like a hot dog. Okay, down the middle. All right, there we go. Yeah. All right. Val, a shirt with poop stains on it. Ooh, that's gonna take some doing, John. I'd have to like get Doodle to cooperate with me and like poop on a shirt for me or something. But yeah, not looking forward to that. There's probably some biohazard involved. It's probably not like a good idea, John. I mean, I admit it would be funny, or maybe something that looks like poop. Maybe I get some chocolate pudding and put it on the shirt and tell you it's poop. That would be okay, right? As long as it looked like a poop shirt. Do they make clothes from poop? Sounds like a crap. Sounds like a crap deal to me. Yeah, I don't know, John. It's kind of like goes against my sense of. I don't want to say I'm neat because I'm not a neat person, but it goes to my sense of. What's the word? My sense of hygiene, I guess. It kind of goes against my sense of hygiene to wear a shirt with actual poop stains on it. So, or just stains, even just stains in general. Like, I try to make sure I wear clean shirts, clean clothes. But, I don't know, John. We'll figure something out. Horizontal. Oh, no. Okay. Hang on. So that's different because I was talking down the middle. Horizontal would be you're just basically taking that loaf of bread and making a sandwich of that whole loaf of bread. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the sensible way to make that kind of sandwich. But yeah, put it in the suggestion box, Adam. I would have to do that with more than one person because a loaf of Italian bread, which I think you're talking about scally bread, that feeds a lot of people. So there's no way I could eat that whole thing myself. So yeah, put it down. Next time Matt comes over, I'll make Matt eat that. That'll be fun. Let's see. How about a ghost T-shirt, like Matt wears, like the band Ghost, or like the energy drink Ghost, or just like with a ghost on it? Because I could do that, but I'd have to figure out specifically which ghost you're talking about. I could just ask Matt if I can kind of borrow one of his ghost shirts if you're talking about the band. Hey, it's Sonic. Have you seen some of these travel YouTube videos where people are riding the train to Canada and tasting fine foods? I have not. So is it one of those things where like they're buying the ticket to train and they're stopping on the way or something? I'll have to check it out, Sonic. I've not actually seen that. Okay, let's see. What are we doing for time? 1:16. I guess we could get started. Again, we have 7 snacks. We have 2 beverages. We might as well get started. So I'm going to put this one up here first. This is our adult beverage today. So you get the best view of that. So you can look at that. And I have a brand new box of trivia cards. You guys know what the deal is. Okay, so this is apparently this is question number 2. So question number 2. All righty. Question number 2 is, what caustic solution are pretzels dipped in before they are baked? Again, the question, what caustic solution are pretzels dipped in before they are baked? Let's put that over there. Poker? I don't even know her. I feed our little town breakfast this morning. Oh, what did you make, Tom? I assume you made it, right? All right, here we go. So we're going to do this. This is our adult beverage today, and this is from Mother Earth Brewing Company. This is a mouthful. It's Cali Creamin Creamsicle Vanilla Cream Ale. Sounds really good, doesn't it? Full disclosure, I think if you were to ask me, Val, what's your favorite ice cream? Probably I could say Creamsicle. So I love that flavor, the flavor of vanilla and orange together. One of my favorite flavors. So I was really excited about this. This is 5% ABV, which is about standard. Mother Earth Brewing Company was founded in 2010 by Daniel and John Love and Cameron. I'm going to say this guy's name way wrong. Kanakajavan. Maybe that's how you say his name. Cameron. Kamron, not Cameron. Cameron and Daniel and John Love in 2010 in Vista, California, which is down near San Diego. Orange is an awesome flavor. Well, it depends on what you pair it with, Sonic. Creamsicles are like popsicles. Yeah, they are. But I mean, technically, is that ice cream? I don't know. Biscuits and sausage gravy, pancakes, and eggs and cheese omelet. Oh, that sounds delicious. This morning for breakfast, what did I make? I made spam with mushrooms, jalapenos, like grilled spam with mushrooms, grilled jalapenos, and fried egg. Oh, and Munster cheese So that was my breakfast. Fun facts: Eleanor Roosevelt didn't change her last name when she married FDR because they're cousins. They are 5th cousins once removed. I thought they were Adam. I thought they were even closer cousins than that. I thought they were closer cousins than 5th cousins, but I didn't know that they were cousins, and her name was already Roosevelt. Let's see, bacon sausage. Ulysses S. Grant was supposed to be Lincoln's box the night of the assassination, but changed plans last minute. Good on him. No sound. Did you guys? You have no sound? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Yes? No? Anybody? Anybody? Can you hear me? Yeah, you hear. Okay. So it must be on your end, John King. So check your speaker or cable if you're wearing a headset or something. So apparently everybody can hear me. Benjamin Harrison was the first president to have electricity in the White House, but was so scared of being electrocuted that he refused to touch the light switches. Fair enough. You know, anything that's new like that, you never know. So, you know, fair enough. Canadian waves. That was an answer to what? Canadian waves. John, because before that you said no sound, Val, and then you said Canadian waves. So I'm not sure, or unless you were talking to somebody else. I don't know. You're good now. Oh, okay. You're good too. You're good too, Adam. Had a light breakfast. Jimmy Dean sausage biscuit. Jimmy Dean, James Dean. Then for lunch I had Panda Express Chinese food, sweet and sour chicken, beef with broccoli. I like the beef with broccoli. It's one of my favorites. Oh no, and chicken mushroom. I like the chicken mushroom there. Sweet and sour chicken, beef with broccoli, and egg rolls and lemonade. I can hear you and see you. Well, thank you so much, Sonic. Thank you for the response. Tom hears me. 999 Squad. Yes. Donna. Yes. Everyone can hear me and see me. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this bad boy and try it out. Can never get my fingernail underneath the little pop top. Pop tops again. I think I'll have another round. Set 'em up, my friend. Anyone can name that song? The artist? The original artist? Put it in the wrong glass. Smells nice. I can smell the vanilla. That's odd. The thing is, if you're going to advertise that it's, you know, it's creamsicle, right? If you're going to advertise that it's a combination of orange and vanilla, and then you go to drink it and it's like a little bit bitter or sour, that's somewhat disappointing. See if those flavors are there. The vanilla flavor's there. It's creamy. There's something spicy. There's like a spiciness to it. I don't know. They have ingredients. I don't see ingredients on there. There's something a little spicy in there. I'm not sure what that is. It's something that would be unexpected in a creamsicle. It has a nice smell. I'm just not crazy about that bitterness, that sourness that's in there. It's kind of off-putting. I'm expecting this to be sweeter. I know it's a beer. You know, I know it has alcohol in it, but I'm expecting it to be sweeter because it's supposed to be like a creamsicle. It's just not quite there. I mean, it's not horrible. It doesn't taste horrible, but it doesn't really. I mean, like I said, I can taste the orange. That's sort of a hint of orange. Taste the orange. I can taste the vanilla. But I'm thinking it should be sweeter, and it's not. It's kind of bitter and tart or sour. I'm gonna give it a thumbs in the middle. You know, thumbs in the middle. I think they could do better. It's not bad. It's not a horrible drink, but I had my hopes up on this tasting like a creamsicle. Like for instance, if you remember, we did the Santa Monica Brewing Company hot dog on a stick lemonade. I don't think it called it a shandy. I remember what they called it, but it had the hot dog on a stick lemonade in it. And when you drank that, it was like, oh my God, the flavor of that lemonade in there was just amazing. That was like really good, really, really well done. This one, yeah. So yeah, that's going to get a thumbs in the middle for me. Let's go. Hey, it's Nuff. Nuff has entered the room. Welcome, Nuff. Glad you could join us today. How's your Saturday going? Is it hot where you are? It's usually hotter out there than it is out here. So I imagine it's pretty hot where you are. Is it? No. All right. So let's go back and read our question on our brand new trivia cards. And the question is, what caustic solution are pretzels dipped in before they are baked? And let's see how you guys answered that question. Janice Yamanaka said lie. Sonic Jet said pretzels are dipped in flour. Tom said kumquat juice. John King said liquid salt. Donna Lauderdale said lie. They're all over the place. Or maybe she's asking me to lie. Yeah, lie. Okay, they're dipped in muriatic acid. No, yeah, it's lye. It's lye. So basically, lye is sodium hydroxide. Lye affects the baking process in the pretzels by speeding up the Maillard reaction that occurs on the outside of the pretzels as they bake. The reaction that happens between the amino acids and the sugars in the bread dough that gives the bread products their color while also imparting flavor. So there we go. Lye is used in a bunch of stuff. It's used to make hominy. So the corn kernels are soaked in that, so it swells them up, and it's also used to reconstitute lutefisk. So there you go. Toxic stuff used to make good food. There we go. Let's see. It's hot. Just tried to film something and it turned into a short because my camera sucks. Yeah, well, I don't know, Nuff, I don't know if you can see it, but every once in a while, like towards the bottom of this, it starts flashing. I had that problem like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And then after that, it was like everything was fine. But now it's back again. So I'm guessing it's probably my camera. I don't think it's a connection. But other apps are fine. If I use Zoom, if I use, any other app that uses my camera is just fine. But for some reason, on YouTube, with this camera, every once in a while, it gets that flashing thing at the bottom. I have not figured out what that is. So I don't know. Maybe I need a new camera, but I'd hate to replace the camera just to find out if something else and the same thing happens. So anyways, let's put this card back in its special box and pull another card. So yeah, thumbs up on the beer. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. Fallon Chat, hope you all are doing well. Hey, Scott, welcome. We are doing well so far. Well, I can't speak for everybody. I will let them answer. I'm doing well, and I hope you are doing well as well, Scott. Thank you for joining us. 97 here. That I can believe you were in Central Texas. 97 is about right. See, did I miss anything? I don't think so. Oh, the best orange soda is Sunkist or Crush Orange. That's a good question. What would the best? I just started talking about orange soda, and Alexa is telling me what the best orange soda brand is. And that is really weird because I didn't ask her. I didn't even say her name. Alexa, sit down. All right, there we go. Maybe that will work. Fanta is okay. Sunkist or Crush Orange. It's been so long since I tried. Oh, no. I can tell you right now what is the best orange soda. So our soft drink today is from Sprecher Brewery, and Sprecher Brewery makes the best orange soda. It's an orange cream soda, and it is amazing. I mean, it is totally. I think we did it on a live stream. So Sprecher, which I think they're in Wisconsin. I want to say near Milwaukee, but not Glendale. I think it's Glendale, Wisconsin. Sprecher. They make the best orange soda, in my opinion. It's a matter of taste, though. Your taste is different. I could say with the best root beer, that would just cause a big discussion about what the best root beer is. Let me ask you guys, what is your favorite root beer? I'm not gonna say best because there's no such thing as best when it comes to to have something be the best. You have to have a criteria, right? So you have to say you have to have a measurable criteria for something to be the best. Otherwise, it's your favorite, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just call it your favorite and not the best. So let me ask you guys this: what is your favorite root beer? What is your favorite root beer? Oh, did I miss anything? 73 here. 73 is not bad. I can deal with 73. $9.99. All right. So let's see. We did our adult beverage. I'm going to pour some more of that. I'm going to sip on that while we do this. It's 5%. That's nothing. Really has a nice smell, though. Really, really does. All right, so let's do our snack. I think I'm going to do, because we only have one really sweet thing, and then we're going to do that one first. Let's see. Can I do that where you guys can see that? Do I need to? I don't know. Let's see. How about that? Yeah. There you go. Yep, just take a look at it. Did you try the Sunny D seltzer? I didn't even see it. I didn't see it. Is it worth trying? No. Because I will try that. I could do that. If you want, I'll do that as my adult beverage next week. And there we go. My favorite root beer is Americana or Earps. I haven't had. I think I've had Americana. I don't think I've had herbs. IBC root beer. That's pretty good. Let's see. Yes, it's dangerous. Dangerous because you can drink it going like, oh wow, that's nothing, and it's what is the ABV on it? No, not a lot of ABV, but it's tasty. Oh, okay. So you just down it real quick. I'll have to try that. I have to make a note. We can make a note somewhere. I know. I'll put it in here. That'll work. I'm going to make a note to do that for my next live stream. What is it? Sunny D Seltzer. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I never had Sunny D. I know my kids have, but I don't think I've ever had Sunny D. So Sunny D is more like an orange drink, but it's not like orange juice. It's not like I don't know how much juice is in it as opposed to other things and other flavors. I don't know, but I know a lot of people have grown up drinking it. Enough, I'm assuming that you're in that same age group of people who grew up drinking it. Back when I was growing up, like you drank orange juice. No, definitely an orange drink like Tang. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm trying to remember, have I even had Tang? I think, Tom, you and I did something with Tang. Do you remember what that was? We did something with Tang, but I can't remember what it was. Tom, do you remember what we did with Tang? All right, let me, before we do this, let me go ahead and read another trivia question. Pull from my box of new trivia cards. All right, so our second question of the day is, what is the culinary name for the edible root of the Helianthus tuberosus? Again, what is the culinary name for the edible root of Helianthus tuberosus? There we go. We'll stick that over there, and we'll get into it. Mac and cheese Tang. That's what it was. Yep. From what I remember, it wasn't that bad. Because we've tried some horrible stuff, and I don't remember that being that bad. Let's see, what should we do next? We should do that's spicy, that might be spicy, that's hot. Let's see, is this sweet and spicy? Let's try this one next. No, I'm sorry. We got our moon pie. We got to do our moon pie. So again, this is a moon pie. I think we did a regular moon pie before, but this one is banana flavored moon pie, and it is artificially flavored. So if you remember from previous episode, the reason that this is artificially flavored is it's almost impossible to make real banana flavoring. And the reason it's difficult to make real banana flavoring is because you can't extract liquid. There's not liquid that you can extract from the banana. It's not like an orange where you can squeeze the juice out of the orange. And grating the rind of a banana doesn't help. It doesn't give you any flavor. As a matter of fact, it's really bitter. So banana is one of those flavors that's almost always artificially flavored. I can't think of anything that's banana flavored that doesn't have banana. Like if you're buying banana pudding, yeah, you can just kind of mix up the banana in and everything. But most things that are banana flavored use artificial banana flavor. So this is a moon pie, and it's funny because it said, well, you know what? It says, microwave for an out-of-this-world dessert, remove from wrapper and heat on high for 5 to 15 seconds. So that would be 10 seconds, would be 5 to 15 seconds. Microwave for an out-of-this-world dessert, remove from wrapper on high heat for 5 to 10 to 15 seconds. Moon pies were created by the Chattanooga Bakery in 1917. So Chattanooga Bakery was already was opened in 1902. It was opened by the Campbell family. Was a subsidiary of the Mountain City Flour Mill. So it is in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and that's where these come from. So I'm going to do that because it's artificial banana flavored. Kind of know what a moon pie tastes like. Don't think I've ever microwaved it, but it says microwave for an out-of-this-world dessert. Remove wrapper from wrapper and heat on 5 to 10 seconds. And I have a microwave oven here. So we're going to do that. We're going to do exactly that. It's right over there. Can you even see it? Can you see it there? You can't. It's just, I think that's the coffee machine, and it's just right there. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's banana. Open this. Had to resort to violence. It doesn't smell like banana, but I'm not expecting it to. I think I should put this on a plate because in the microwave, I feel like it might melt. Right back. Just going right over there. Just right over there. Can you guys still hear me? Can you see me? All right, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Birch beer. I haven't had birch beer in a long time. What am I thinking? Oh, spruce beer. Spruce beer is really good. It's actually made with pine needles. So I always say that it tastes like a Christmas tree. I think Empire Bottling is the company that makes spruce beer. I've only seen one from Empire Bottling, and to me, I love it. It's not, like if you're not used to that flavor of like evergreen leaves, you might not like it, but to me, I just love it. It's a good Christmassy drink. I wonder how it would taste heated up, like to drink that at Christmas time. All right, so we have, now it's a mess. It's a, look at this. It's a mess. All right, I'm gonna knife and fork it because I'm getting like the banana stuff all over me. Here's a nice cross section. Let me show you guys that. Hang on. Here we go. Buzz Lightyear has entered the room. Welcome. Banana stuff. Yes, exactly enough. The marshmallow gets all melty now. Like string cheese. Oh, it's not bad. Not really banana-y. Banana-y? Is that a word? Banana-y? That marshmallow, it's nice like that. It's kind of like when you're making a s'more and you're kind of roasting the marshmallow over a fire, and that texture of it, that's the texture of the marshmallow in there. I think probably like, well, I can't go back in time now. The DeLorean's in the shop. Somebody stole the flux capacitor, so I can't really go back in time and try this before I put it in the microwave oven. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not, it's sweet, but it's not crazy sweet. I'm just disappointed because it says banana flavor, but it's artificial banana flavor, and it's not really banana flavor. So, I can't fault them because it's almost impossible to do actual real banana flavoring. I'm going to give them a thumbs in the middle trending upward. Let's put it that way. Instead of a thumbs up trending downward, thumbs in the middle trending upward. Because like I said, it's not bad. I kind of like the melted marshmallow, so putting it in the microwave is real nice. The cake, or whatever you call that in between, is really nice. The frosting's not overly sweet. It's just, it doesn't really have the banana flavor that it advertises. And so for me, one of those and not one of those. So there we go. Let's see. You've had ginger beer. Do you like that? Is there a difference between ginger beer and ginger ale? Because it's not like ginger beer has an ABV. It doesn't have any alcohol in it. But what is the difference between ginger beer and ginger ale, I wonder? Well, I mean, ale and beer are almost synonymous. So maybe it's just the same thing. And just some people prefer calling it ale and some people prefer calling it beer, but it's probably the same thing. Reed's is good. I like Reed's. There's one, let's see. Oh, no. My favorite ginger ale is, what's the one that they make in South Carolina at south of the border in the same place, is the Blenheim. Blenheim is really, really good. Also, Sprecher makes a really good ginger ale. So there we go. But Blenheim, I think, is probably my favorite. In the UK, ginger beer has a lot stronger taste than the ale. Oh, so it's like more ginger, maybe it's like hotter. Because I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Trader Joe's has one. It's a triple ginger, and they call it triple ginger beer. I think we did a review of that, and so anything where the ginger's kicked up a little, I think they call it ale more so than beer. Ginger beer is made by fermenting fresh ginger and sugar, while ginger ale is either fermented with whey, no way, or made by mixing soda water or club soda with artificial or real ginger syrup. So they're both fermented, which is interesting. Fresh ginger and sugar. All right, that seems to be the differentiator, is that ginger beer uses ginger and sugar, and ginger ale might use whey or soda water and club soda with artificial. Yeah, okay. I didn't realize that. It sounds like there is a difference. Flavor: ginger beer has a stronger flavor, smell, and spice than ginger ale, which tends to be more syrupy. That makes sense. Like Canada Dry ginger ale. And here's my thing: Canada Dry. It ain't dry. It's wet. When they call it Canada Dry, it's wet. All right, let's read the answer to the question. And the question was, what is the culinary name for the edible root of the Helianthus tuberosus? And you guys guessed, let's see. You guys guessed. You guys didn't guess. I'm not seeing any guesses here. Hang on. I am not seeing a single guess. Let's not look in the right place. I have to go way back. You guys want to throw it out there now while I'm looking? That's fine. No? All right, cool. So I didn't see any guesses. So I'm just going to read it. And if you guessed, and if you guessed wrong, pretend you got it right. And if you got to get right, just give yourself a pat on the back. The culinary name for the edible root of the Helianthus tuberosus is the Jerusalem artichoke. The Jerusalem artichoke. Also sunchoke or earth apple, they call it. So it is the root of the Helianthus tuberosus. It is the Jerusalem artichoke. All righty. That goes back in our box so that we preserve the pristine status of these beautiful cards. Get another one out and get it ready, and we'll get into our next snack. Let's see. Let's do this one. Let me move my moon pie out of the way. Let's do this. While I'm doing this, I want you guys to translate this. How's that? That'll work. All right. So the question is, there we go. Our question is, what is the oldest cheese still produced today? What is the oldest cheese still produced today? So we're talking about like cheddar or Swiss or Edam or Gouda, like Gouda, excuse me. Which is the oldest cheese that's still produced today? Not by a company, but just still made today. All right. You stumped the panel. I stumped myself. So there we go. 10,000 points for you. Hey, we can go canoeing together. All right. So we are going to try. This is from Lay's China. Lay's was founded. Lay's, the company itself, was founded as H.W. Lay's Lingo and Company by Herman Lay in Nashville, Tennessee, in 1938. Lay's China began production in 1994. So it's been in 1994. This is roasted garlic oyster flavor. Now, the thing I like about the Thai Lay's and the Chinese Lay's is that they actually use the ingredients that are listed on there. So the American ones will say that it has some sort of meat or seafood or something in it, and it doesn't. It never has any. I mean, they might use a plant-based thing to make it. They might have milk in it for the cheese, but it never has anything like oyster. And this one actually does have oyster. So it's roasted garlic oyster flavor. So that should be interesting. Tom. That one's double entendre, so I'll let it slide. That's the thing about now, and again, you guys have seen this many times, especially on our channel, many times, that any of the snack products that come from Asia are usually in very, very tightly sealed. And the reason they're very, very tightly sealed is, I don't know the actual answer to this, but I'm assuming the reason they're very, very tightly sealed is because they have to come across the water. Maybe they come across by air, I don't know, but they have to come a long way to come across there, and they don't want these things to go bad or stale or whatever. They've also pumped them full of air, probably also to protect them. Ooh. I have a feeling this is going to taste like shrimp because it smells like shrimp. It smells like shrimp, you know. Oh, I saw a bunch of hearts coming up. I don't know what they came from. Did I do that? Looks like a chip. Ooh, that's odd. That is odd. There's some interesting spices in there. It's not hot spicy. There's some interesting spices in there. Nice garlic flavor. Nice shrimp flavor. It's there. It's really good. Oh, Tom. Those are pretty good. They're really savory. You can taste the garlic is really, really strong. You really taste the garlic on there, but it's nice. It's kind of a nice alternative, more so than any other chip that supposed to have garlic in it. It really has a lot of garlic flavor, and it really has a lot of shrimp flavor. It's exceptional, I would say. That's going to be a big thumbs up. Those are really, really good. Now, having said that, if you don't like the strong taste of garlic and you don't like shrimp, you probably are not going to like those. Also, if you're allergic to shellfish, you shouldn't eat that because it actually has shrimp in it. So probably shouldn't eat those. But I'm going to go ahead and give that a big thumbs up. There we go. All right. So let's go back to our question. And our question was, why did I scroll down? What is the oldest cheese still produced today? So the guesses on this were, let's see. When did they disappear? I know that I saw them in there. Maybe there just wasn't a lot of them. $9.99 squad. 99? 9.99 squad said Munster. Tom didn't. Let's see. Miguel Rangel is riffing on Tom's answer and walking that fine line from being a family channel. The correct answer is, in fact, Concetto Romano. So you guys know Romano. Romano is used for for cheese for putting on pasta and stuff. It's usually like grated cheese to put on pasta. It's typically what Romano is used for. But Concetto Romano is still manufactured in the same way that it was in ancient Rome. So it's that old. It's the oldest cheese in the world. The oldest cheese still manufactured the same way. Concetto Romano. There we go. That's a nice. It's the pizza man. All righty. Because it's from Italy. That's right. My name is Mario. And before you guys, get on my case for making fun of Italians, I'm how much? 60-something%? 60-something% Italian? My mom's side of the family. Italy. From Italy. Italian Italy. Yeah. That's a nice. All right, let's put that back in the box in its pristine state. And let's get ready for another snack. First, let's have some more of this. Still a little disappointed in that, but it's wet and refreshing. So, All right, let's see. What should we do next? Let us do, those look like they're going to be hot. Those look like they're going to be hot. These look like they might not. Let's do these. Let's do these next. Also, I'm sure you recognize the logo, but may not be able to read that part of it. I'm sure you know that says Lay's just because you recognize the logo, but can't read that as Lay's. Let's find out why. Yeah, I'm you know, like I said, I'm. So let me tell you a funny story about Italian. So my mom when and she because she told me the story because I asked her one time. I said, "Mom, how come you don't speak Italian?" Because her mother and father, my grandparents, spoke fluent Italian. And I asked my mom one time. I says, "Why, Mom? Why don't you speak Italian? I would think you grow up in a house where they speak fluent Italian. You would learn that. You would know that." And she says, "No, because my I tried to speak Italian when I was a girl, and my father said, 'You don't have the tongue for it. Don't do it.' So he talked her out of speaking it. Now, he was probably doing her a favor because this was back in the 1930s. And back in the 1930s, you know, you wanted people to like if you came from another country, you wanted your kids to be able to assimilate and be able to prosper in this country where they spoke English. And so I think maybe did her a favor by having her speak English, right? So she knows no Spanish whatsoever. So when I was 11 years old, my grandfather died and my grandmother came to live with us. So they were in Pennsylvania. We were living in Boston at the time. So my grandmother came to live with us. And we didn't get along very well because, you know, we're four boys between the ages of, I don't know, 7 and 12. And like, I remember we used to have wars about the radio. Like she liked country music and we couldn't stand country music. Back then, I like it now, especially that country music from the 70s, the early 70s. So she would put on country music and we would change it to rock and roll. And it usually was a war. So she would say some stuff to us in Italian that we didn't understand or anything. So as an adult, I remember speaking to somebody who spoke Italian, and I said, "Hey, you speak Italian? What does this mean?" And they said, "Oh my God, did somebody call you that?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Who?" I said, "My grandmother." "Your grandmother called you that?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I said, "What does it mean?" And he told me. I'm not going to repeat it here. But he told me, and I'm like, "Oh my!" He says, "Like, oh my God, that's like." Why would your grandmother tell you that? Like, I don't know. I guess she didn't like us. So I was telling this was like later on, I was telling my mother this story about what my grandmother called us. And she said, "No, my mother would never use language like that." And I'm like, "Mom, how would you know? You didn't speak Italian. How would you know? And where would I have learned that, that language?" I heard it from grandma. I heard grandma say that. So yeah, that's my Italian foul language story. And they were sticking with it. Ice Hand 69 has entered the room. I wonder if Lay's in that country underpays their employees like here in the States. Okay, come on. I mean, seriously enough, if the people in the States, Lay's are underpaying their people, what do you think Lay's in Thailand is doing? I mean, well, you know what? I'm going to be fair. Maybe they're not underpaying them. Maybe they're paying what the going wage is in Thailand. But I'm sure it's not a lot of money either way. All right. So let's go back and ask another question. Pulling from my box of very, very fine and rare trivia questions. Okay, the question is, what is the oldest public park in the United States? Again, what is the oldest public park in the United States? Like that punctuation right there? Now, these are Lay's as well, and these are from Thailand. And Lay's began production in Thailand in 1995. Again, remember, Lay's was founded in 1938. They began production in Thailand in 1938. This is, as best I can figure, it says 2-in-1. So there's apparently 2 flavors in one, or 2 kinds of chips mixed together in the same bag. I don't know. But this is Lay's 2-in-1 grilled shrimp. It must be all kinds of way make shrimp. Ball shrimp, fried shrimp, shrimp sandwich, shrimp scampi. That's about it. So it's grilled shrimp and seafood dipping sauce. Maybe they're together. Maybe they're separate chips. I don't know. We'll find out. It's funny. It's funny enough when you say prawns. Reminds me of. Did you see the movie District 9? In District 9, it was like prawns was a derogatory term towards the aliens. They called them prawns. Do you remember that? You remember that movie? I like that movie. That was a good movie because it really wasn't about aliens. Trust me, it was not. Here we go. Yeah, I thought so too. Then there was the follow-up one. The follow-up one was with a robot, and I can't remember the name of that movie, but I didn't actually see it. But it was the same. It was the same director. They can't. Chippy, I think it was. Was it called Chippy? I think it was might have been called Chippy. Was the with the robot? Come on, Nuff, you're the film guy. I have to count on you. You're the film guy, man. Hey, Scott, welcome. Good to see you. Always think of you when I drive by Mill End Park in Portland. You told me to go there, and it was pretty cool. It is pretty cool, and you can't say I don't have time to go to Mill End Park. Of course, you have time to go to Mill End Park. It takes you 10 seconds to see all of Mill End Park. For those who don't remember or don't know, Mill End Park in Portland, Oregon, is in the Guinness Book of Records, where it's documented as the world's smallest park. It is designated as a city park. It has been so designated as a city park by the city of Portland, 1972, I want to say. I could be wrong on that one. It is the world's smallest park. So when I first went to go see it, it's on Nadeau Parkway, which is right along the water, along the Willamette River, right along, what is that, Tom something Park? I can't remember, but this is a greenbelt. So I'm crossing the street and I'm looking over at the greenbelt and I'm thinking like, that's not the world's smallest park. That's pretty big, actually. That runs pretty long. It runs between the bridges here and everything. That's pretty long. That's not, how can they possibly call it the world's smallest park? So I'm standing on the median strip looking at the greenbelt going like, how could that possibly be, they consider that the world's smallest park? And then I looked down and I went like, no way. So the world's smallest park, it's literally this big. The world's smallest park is literally this big. But they put, little trees in it, small trees in it. I don't mean like fake trees. I mean like, small, not bonsais either, but just, small trees, other kinds of vegetation. And then every once in a while, people will put like a picnic table in there or, animals, put animals and stuff in there and everything. So it's just a fun little thing, little quirky little thing that they do in Portland. We did, it was a New Year's episode. We did one year where we actually did it. So if you guys look, Janice isn't here, and Janice is really, really good about looking that up and putting the links on there. Tom, I think you can do it because you're a mod. If you feel like doing that, going to find Mill Ends Park, our episode on Mill Ends Park. This is a short little episode, and putting the link up there. But so you can see what Mill Ends Park is like. All right, what did I miss? Chappie, thank you very much. Did you see Chappie? No, I did not see it. Oh, you never saw it either. Okay. I know it's by the same director, but I guess Hugh Jackman was in it as the villain. Yeah, like I said, I didn't see it, so I don't know much about it, like who was in it or anything. But there we go. I might be getting a Newfoundland, which is my dream dog. Newfoundland's a pretty big dog, I think, isn't it? I think but Newfoundland ponies are tiny, very small ponies. I think something like that. Hi, bye. Hey, hi, bye means that you're just popping in and popping back out again. And again, I can't remember, is it Haley or Chloe? Which one of you guys? And where's mom? Mostly just watching while doing reviews. Might as well. Okay. Thank you for stopping in, Nuff. And I guess my understanding is that Katie's going to be down here next month. And so we're probably going to get together when she comes down. So hopefully we'll see you then, if not before. So thanks for joining us today, Nuff. And we'll see you soon. Nuff, everybody, from Main Event Pong. If you have not checked out his channel, please do so. It's a lot different than it used to be. They had to take down a lot of stuff, and it was like a lot of hot sauces and drinking stuff. And now it's like film based, which is kind of cool. So check out his channel, and we'll see you later, Nuff. I don't know about August, but for sure in October. I'm sorry. Maybe I was mistaken, and it was October that she said. I can't remember when but she said she's definitely coming down. So yeah, we'll definitely do something while she's down here. Newfoundland dogs get up to 120 to 140 pounds. That's big. That is big. Think of Nana from Peter Pan. That's a Newfie. Let's see, which Peter Pan? The cartoon or the Disney one, or the Disney remake, the live action Disney one? Haley. Oh, bye. She's at Kristen's. Oh, okay. Well, bye, and thanks for stopping in, Haley. I miss you. I hope to see you soon. All right, here we go. A long roundabout way. We're actually going to get to try these chips. Oh, for the Halloween party. All right. I thought she said sometime in August or something, but we'll see. Apparently, she did well at the. So those of you probably know her. You've seen her in the chat. So hang on. Oh, it's just the mail. All right. Katie Prettyman of Beyond Seattle Eats, every year on the 4th of July, she participates in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest on Coney Island. So she did it again this year, and I think she came in fourth, either fourth or fifth. I can't remember which one, but always does a good showing. So cheers, Katie. That's the Katie we're talking about. Tom, I don't see the link. I see you say there's the link to the park episode, but I don't see the link. It didn't post. These taste sweet. They're like there's some kind of sweetness in it. There's some shrimp flavor in here, but it's not as much as those other ones. It's not as strong as the other ones. I would think usually when they grill shrimp, I think, well, I haven't had Thai grilled shrimp. I've had Chinese grilled shrimp. They usually put like black pepper on it. Not overly spicy. They wanted to cancel the Nathan's hot dog eating contest this year, but Joey Chestnut saved it and made them continue the event. It was because of rain, I think. Correct, Scott? They had rain, and they almost got washed out. If I'm not mistaken. Based on the pictures that Katie sent back. Thank you, Tom. So Tom just put the link for Mill Ends Park, the world's smallest park. Put it in there twice. So if you missed it the first time, now it's there twice. These are pretty good. I don't think I like them as much as the other ones, though. It has that grilled shrimp flavor. There's some like herbs. There's something almost artificially sweet in there that makes it taste a little bit different. It's okay. I mean, it's not, like I said, I don't like them as much as the other ones. They're good, though. I'm going to give it a thumbs up, trending downward. It just, for me, it's okay. It's just a spicy, kind of shrimpy kind of thing. So, yeah. 3 times. I didn't see the first one. Where's the first one? Oh, it's way back up there. Okay. And then you said, here's the link. So that's what happened is you put the link there, and then other people put posts in the meantime, and then you said, there's the link, but I didn't see it in that particular one, but it was way above. There we go. Look above. Yeah. I guess we're all caught up now. All right. So, yeah, thumbs up, trending downward. That's just water. All right, let's go back to our question. Our question was, what is the oldest public park in the United States? Which got us on talking about Mill Ends Park. What is the oldest park in the United States? Let's see what the guesses are here. Miguel Rangel said Central Park. Ice Hand said Central Park. Tom said Central Park in Kumquat City. No, it is in fact Boston Common. Boston Common is the world's oldest public park, and it was opened in 1830. 1830, the oldest, or is declared a public park. I'm sorry, I think it's 1630, if I'm not mistaken. The oldest public park in the United States, Boston Common. All right. It was declared a park in the 1800s, but it was used by the public in the 1600s. It was originally used as grazing ground for their cattle, which is why Boston, if you're ever in downtown Boston and the roads kind of go like this, it's because they're cow paths. So what they did is eventually they just paved over the cow paths, and then they built homes and stuff along those. And so the streets in downtown Boston are based on cow paths, and that's why they go every which way and are all crazy and stuff. So, all righty. So let's go on to our next snack. But before we do, let's go ahead and read a card. And the question is 3. No, I'm reading this wrong. I'm sorry. Small Val in the park. It's tiny. Yes, Miguel, Tiny Val is in the park. You're absolutely right. But that was before Tiny Val was allowed to talk, because I think he gets paid by the word or something. So So this was before Tiny Val was allowed to talk. But yes, you're correct, Miguel. Tiny Val is in that video. All right, so the question is, what? How's Doodle doing? Doodle is doing fine. I saw Doodle the other day, so I took a break, went home for a little bit to see Doodle. He's doing fine. He was actually here with me house sitting during the week. I'm sorry, in this house with me for about a week, and it was fun. He was cool. We just kind of hung together, so he's doing okay. I will see him tomorrow. The question is, what iconic massive art sculpture was created by Sabato Rodia between 1921 and 1954? Again, what iconic massive art sculpture was created by Sabato Rodia between 1921 and 1954? All right, stick that over there. Let's see. What do we want to do next? Let's do, let's do these. Let's get the Lay's out of the way, shall we? So these are Lay's Max Xtra Crunch, the only English words on this whole bag. Lay's Max Xtra Crunch. Well, actually, Lay's isn't even an English word. It's Thai. Lay's Max Xtra Crunch. So these are crab curry flavor, and Lay's Thailand began production in 1995. So Lay's China, Lay's Thailand, around the same time. China, 1994. Thailand, 1995. United States, 1938. Gonna have to use the scissors on this. Or I could be like Matt and just rip it apart. Oh, that smells like curry. Wow. Wow, yeah, that's a smell you don't forget. All right. These are weird. I mean, they're really, really, really pronounced. You see that? It's like corrugated steel. Kind of salty. Ooh. There's like a sour taste there, but it's not like a citric acid sour taste. Not too spicy. $9.99. Does have that crab flavor. Almost has like, so when the potato chip breaks down, it has the crab flavor, but almost has the crab texture, which is impossible because, you're not going to maintain that texture when you put it in a potato chip. Wow. Those are really different. It's a little bit oily though, but not, not offensively so. That's a nice. I like. That's a nice. I go back to the Italian thing. That's a nice. That's a nice. No, that is nice. I like the curry flavor in that. I like the crab flavor in that. There's a kind of an odd sweetness to it. Maybe a little too much salt though, but still really good. I think I'm just gonna get a straight thumbs up. Not a, double thumbs up, incredible. Oh my God, that's amazing. Thumbs up. Those are pretty good. All right, let's go back to our question. Our question was, what iconic massive art structure or art sculpture was created by Sabato Rodia between 1921 and 1954? So Tom says the Kumquat Tree of Life. Tom's the only one that answered that? Tom's the only one that answered that. Come on, guys. Anybody? What iconic massive art sculpture was created by Sabato Rodia between 1921 and 1954? You guys want me to give you some clues? You want me to give you some clues so you can guess at this? Want clues? Yes? No? Anybody? No? Yes? No? Am I still live? You guys out there? Ah, there we go. Clues. Scott wants clues. All right, I'll give you a clue. It's appeared in some movies. It's been in some movies. In one movie, people were fighting on it. You sound like Borat when you say, that's a nice. Well, it's supposed to sound Italian, and Borat's supposed to be Kazakhstan or from Kazakhstan or some made up place that sounds like a real place, I think. But all right, clue number 2. It is in I want to say Los Angeles. It might be a city that's like in Los Angeles County that's considered part of Los Angeles, but it's in the LA area, and very closely in the LA area. So it might be a neighborhood. I think it's considered a neighborhood of LA. So it is in LA. You guys have seen pictures of it, I'm sure. More clues? Anybody want to throw it out there? Anybody want to take a guess? Let me read the question again. What iconic massive art sculpture was created by Salvador Rodia between 1921 and 1954? More clues. Okay. It is made of mostly of concrete, rebar, and found materials. It's mostly made. Yeah, Janice would already know this. It's made of concrete, rebar, and found materials, and it was made by one man, one person, Simon Rodia, worked by himself. And as is the case with most of these, it's a case of having a broken heart. Broken heart makes you do strange things, makes you build strange things. So that's what it was. No, Miguel, I think that's an incorrect answer. Anybody? No. All right, it's Watts Towers. Watts Towers. Is anyone familiar with Watts Towers? Anyone ever seen Watts Towers? I mean, just Google it, and you go, "Oh, that's Watts Towers." I can't remember the name of the movie. I think it was Denzel Washington and Ice-T was in it. I can't remember. Then they were fighting on top of Watts Towers, actually fighting on top of Watts Towers. So they were climbing up because it has these rows of rebar that go up at the top, and I think they were on top climbing. But it's amazing when you actually go to see it because it's probably like maybe 40, 50 feet tall, and there's like several towers. It's a kind of amazing place. It's a hood movie. Yeah, but I can't remember what's the name of the movie, Miguel. Do you remember? I want to say Denzel Washington was in it, and Ice-T. I think they were in it. But and there's a fight scene where they're on Watts Towers fighting. But has anyone heard of Watts Towers? Anyone familiar with Watts Towers besides that? Anybody? Or maybe it's not as iconic as I thought. All right, let's put this back in the deck. Prepare for another snack. Let's see what we got. You know what we should do? We did 1, 2, 3, 4. We have not done our soft drink. Let's do our soft drink next. How do you spell Watts Tower? W-A-T-T-S. There's no apostrophe in it. Watts, like the Watts riots. Watts. Like volts, amps, watts. All right. Let's do our soft drink. W-A-T-T-S. Watts Tower. Or Watts Towers, plural. There's more than one. All right. It's a snack question. Yay. Yay, Val. Snack question. We don't have to guess about Watts Towers anymore. What snack was first created by Mario Peruzzi? And Mario, we're doing a lot of Italians today. It's a lot of Italians. That's nice. What snack was first created by Mario Peruzzi in 1906? Again, what snack was first created by Mario Peruzzi in 1906? There we go. That's pretty cool, but I can't say I've ever seen it before. Oh, interesting. It came out in the movie called Yes. Miguel, it's been in several other movies as well. But I don't remember that. I don't think Colors was the movie where Denzel Washington was on fighting. But I don't remember what the name of that movie was. So, yeah. So today we are doing another Sprechers. Is it Sprechers or Sprechers? It's hard to say. Hard to tell. We're doing another Sprechers soda. These are excellent. I have not had a Sprechers soda so far that I have not liked. So what have we done so far? We did the orange creamsicle, I think it was. We did the ginger ale. We've done a few of the Sprechers, and they're really, really good. So Sprechers, Sprecher's Brewing Company was founded in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1985 by Randy Sprecher. So yeah, it's a real person. By Randy Sprecher in Milwaukee. I think there was an issue where their factory or brewery, whatever you want to call it, there was a river that running next to it that wore part of it away, and part of it fell into the river. So they had to relocate. They relocated to Glendale, Wisconsin, where they are now. I think they make beers, but I'm not sure. But because they call themselves a brewing company, but all their sodas are fire brewed, and so we're gonna try the cherry cola. Now it says with Door County cherry juice, so I suppose if you're in the Milwaukee area, Door County cherries are probably a big deal. The only thing that I'm like familiar with is Bing cherries. Where did Bing cherries come from? I've been to where Bing cherries come from. I want to say it's either Washington State or Oregon. I've been to where Bing cherries come from. I can't remember. But apparently Door County cherries are a big deal. So there we go. Sprecher Sie Deutsch. Nine. All right. Welcome, Thing, everybody. Thing. That's pretty cool. I can't say I've ever seen it before. Oh, okay, we're talking about Watts Tower. Quada chips out Mario is a good boy. I think that Sprechen Sie Deutsch. Ice hand. But I don't. Well, I really nicked up that. Look at that. I really put a lot of nicks in that bottle cap. That's disappointing. Ooh, oh my God. That smells like fresh cherries. That's amazing. Anybody know that voice? Maybe I'm doing it wrong. You recognize that voice? That's amazing. So you're telling me that there are Door County cherries in here. So they come from a county with doors in it? That's amazing. I have a family in Germany. I really need to visit one day. Yeah, I have family in Italy, in Calabria, which is in the south of Italy. It's in the toe that I need to visit. I mean, I've never met them, but I want to go and see where my ancestors are from. Or my grandfather, just my grandfather, because he was born in Calabria. Well, it's called oh my God, that smells incredible. It literally smells like cherries. Oh wow, wow. I know the voice, but can't think of the guy's name. But he was a West Coast guy. Yes, he was Ice Hand. It is. Now I can't think of his name just because I mentioned it. Damn it. I mean, shucks. It was Huell Hauser. Thank you, Huell Hauser. So he had a show called California's Gold that was on PBS, and I don't know if they showed it in other places besides California, but he was like a California icon. He died very early. I think it was like leukemia or something he died of. But the thing was, when you watched his show, you thought he was kind of dumb, right? So like he would say stuff that, but basically what he was doing, he was kind of dumbing things down so that everybody could understand what he was doing. He was like explaining it on a very, very basic level, what he was doing, and letting the people that he was interviewing also help him explain what he was doing. But he was actually really, really intelligent guy. So I remember one episode he went out to Death Valley, and he went to Badwater, which is the lowest point below sea level in the United States. It's something like I want to say like 270 something feet below sea level. And so basically, because it's a basin, Badwater is a basin, it collects salt, because when all the water comes down off the mountains and everything, it brings salt with it. When the salt collects down in the pools in the bottom. So if you look in it, you can see like crystallized salt on the bottom of that. So Huell was there, and he was saying, so you're telling me that I could reach down and pick up this salt and bring it home and put it in a salt shaker and be able to use this as salt? And then the national park guy said, well, no, Huell, this is a national park. You can't take anything out of here. So that was pretty funny. Like, I don't think he was seriously suggesting that, but at the same time, they basically put it in a language that everybody could clearly understand. Do you have Mexican in your family? I do. The other side is Mexican. So, and I say Mexican because It goes back to well, Spain and Portugal. We go way back, Spain and Portugal, and also Native American. So it's that mix really real Mexican. It's a mix, and I think the Native American tribes were. It was somewhere in New Mexico. My aunt said Mescalero Apache, but it might not have been Mescalero Apache. It might have been like a Pueblo or something, a Pueblo Indian. So it's really hard to tell. I don't know. I would love to go and find out. I don't know if they have records of that. I'd have to like know who my great grandparents were on that side. But my great grandparents on my father's side were from the area like near Las Cruces, New Mexico, in that way. So yeah, so half Mexican, half no, a little less than half. There's like 20% Native American, and then maybe 14% Spanish, and like 60% or something like that Italian, and then there's like little things thrown in there. So there's like Scottish or Irish or something like that, and Ashkenazi Jew in there, little things like that. So at least that's what they tell me. Buell Hauser was very friendly and genuinely curious about most anything. Yeah, well, the thing is like I said, Janice, I think he simplified things, and he was really down to earth, and he was really, just kind of brought everybody in. So he was just kind of acting like really neutral about everything, and he was, although he was curious, he was also very intelligent. But at the same time, he wanted to convey that, when he was doing something, he wanted people to really understand what it was and everything. So he was good at that. So everybody loved him. So certainly in California, and Janice, you're familiar with him because I'm sure you grew up with his show. But I don't know if it was syndicated on PBS like in other places. Like I don't know if you were in Boston, New York, or Chicago, or if you could watch California Gold. I don't know if you could watch the show on those channels or not. But yeah, he's a Southern California legend. So I think. I'm trying to remember when he died. Maybe it's about 10 years ago or so. Maybe a little bit before that, I think. Mexican Italian. Yeah, it's close. That's a pretty good description, Miguel. This is really good. Now, I want to say, because it tastes like more so than cherries, it almost tastes like the cherry skins, the skins of the cherry. I want to say it kind of reminds me of cough syrup, and I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just that like most cough syrups are probably cherry flavored, and so you had that kind of flavor. But this really does taste like cherries. I mean, you definitely get that cherry flavor in there. This is outstanding. So far, I have. Oh, it's made with honey as well. So far, I have not had a Sprecher soda that I didn't like, that I didn't think was really good. This is outstanding. It's got to get 2 thumbs up. It's really, really good. If you like cherries and you like colas, you will love this. I guarantee you will love it. Hey, Steve Russell has just entered the room. Welcome. Welcome, Steve. Good to see you again. Glad you can make it. That's good. That is really good. All right. Time to do something stupid. And I have a feeling I'm going to ruin this. But, it's science, right? You got to do what you got to do. Cherry smell cuts through. Let's see if the cherry flavor cuts through. Okay. So mixing in the Sprecher Cherry Cola gets rid of that bitterness in the Creamsicle beer. Gets rid of that kind of bitterness that I really wasn't happy about. But the orange Creamsicle aspect of it goes away. So can't taste the vanilla so much. Can't taste the orange almost at all. The cherries just dominate, but it's still really good. So in this case, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, trending outwards. You really shouldn't mix these things, but the only reason it's good is because this completely negates this. This was a little bit disappointing. This one was absolutely outstanding. and it almost negates this to where this isn't even important, or you don't even taste it in there anymore. It's fruity. It's not really, you don't get a lot of citric acid in there and everything. Orange taste, vanilla taste, very, very slight. Yeah, thumbs in the middle trending upwards. So we're going in an upward direction. So it's good. Again, I would never order this as a mixed drink or anything, but that is pretty good. All righty. So, hang on a second. That is really good. Again, I have not had a Sprecher soda. I didn't like it so far. Let's put it that way. You need to get ready for tonight. Great stream as always. See you tomorrow night, George. Oh, that's right. I will let everybody know towards the end of the stream, Tom. And send me the link if you get a chance, so I can send that out and I can post that too. Or is it the same as the? No, it wouldn't be the same. Do you have a page up for it on your YouTube channel? If not, send me a link for that, and I'll send that out. So, Tom, Tom is doing his. What are you making tonight, Tom, on your live stream? But tomorrow, Tom and I are going to resume on Tom's channel. We're going to do part 2 of the George and Pudgy show, where George and Pudgy are participating in a national scavenger hunt, natural scavenger hunt. So we're doing part 2. We had to cancel over the past couple of weeks because some people couldn't make it. We have the crew able to get together, and we're doing part 2 tomorrow. What time again tomorrow, Tom? Or did he already leave? He might have already left because he's not answering. So I will find that out. And I will let you guys know. So let's go back to our question. Our question what? Oh, wait. Tom speaks. Pigs in a blanket, homemade hot dogs, and blanket. And the blanket is usually like, I don't know if they always use the same thing, but we used to use like the Pillsbury croissant dough to make pigs in a blanket. But I don't know if you make that same type of dough or you're just making something else. But you're the dough guy, the dough boy. You're the dough expert. So I will rely on you. But that's what Tom's making tonight on his live stream, which is at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So be sure to check that out. 6 p.m. my time, George. Oh, tomorrow. So tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, the George and Pudgy show. I will send out links. Hey, Eli, welcome. Glad you can make it. We're about 1.5 way through, but you're never too late. Glad you can make it. George and Pudgy are on a scavenger hunt. That's it. So you're telling me that George and Pudgy are on a scavenger hunt? That's amazing. That's it. All right. The question was, what snack was first created by Mario Peruzzi in 1906? And the guesses were not. Hang on. Ice Hand 69 said Tutti Frutti. Clara Chips the Mario. I think that was the only guess. I think the only guess was Ice Hand, who said Tutti Frutti. When it is in fact dry roasted peanuts. Dry roasted peanuts. The first snack created by Mario, or the snack first created by Mario Peruzzi in 1906. Dry roasted peanuts. The manner, method, and equipment needed to create dry roasted peanuts were invented by Mario Peruzzi, who was then one of the owners of Planters Peanuts. Dry roasted peanuts, 1906. All right, let's put this back in the box that it came in. It's not a deck, it's a box. Well, technically it's a deck too, right? Anything, a box of cards is called a deck, right? Yes, no, I think. Oh, I scrolled off screen. I hope I didn't miss anything. Let's see. Ta-ta for now. Link for the show. Oh, okay, thank you. So that link that Tom put up there, that's the link for the George and Pudgy show. I play 2 characters in it. I play George, George Coinbridge, and I also play the announcer. So again, it's live. We're broadcasting live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So follow that link. Be sure to check it out. It's always a lot of fun. All right, so let's see. We're going to do another snack. So that means we get to ask another question. And the question is, what West Virginia dish contains a variety of wild meats which may feature squirrel, rattlesnake, snapping turtle, elk, buffalo, bear, or rat? Again, what West Virginia dish contains a variety of wild meats which may feature squirrel, rattlesnake, snapping turtle, elk, buffalo, bear, or rat? Maybe it's and or rat. Let's put that over there. Had to come back. LOL. You play Pudgy. Did I say George? Oh, sorry about that. If there's any confusion. I play Pudgy Coinbridge. Tom plays George Coinbridge. I may have said George and meaning to say Pudgy, but I'm Pudgy, as you can tell. All right. Yeah, I would have thought so too, Scott. But apparently, there's a specific process to making dry roasted nuts as opposed to just roasted nuts. All right, we asked a question. Let's do our snack. Let's see. Let's do these, and then let's work our way at the end into our what I think are going to be the spicier ones. So we're going back to Trader Joe's. You know what? I read the card. I'll just pick it out. All right. So this is Trader Joe's Natural Buffalo Jerky. Now, I will tell you, as this is not it says buffalo jerky. This is not buffalo jerky, and that is not a buffalo. Somebody tell me what this is and what this should say instead of buffalo. Anybody? Anybody out there? Road melange. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. Anybody? What is this? It says buffalo jerky. There's the picture. It's not buffalo. What is it? Yes, Miguel. Miguel Rangel is correct. It is bison. It's actually bison. But they say buffalo. Common misconception, and a lot of people call this animal a buffalo, but it is not a buffalo. It is a bison. It is not related to a buffalo. I'm trying to remember what it is related to. Maybe it's a separate type of animal. Bison. Yes, it is bison. Big angry cow jerky. No, what do they call that? Furry angry. I can't remember what it is. The reason that there's kind of this name for it is that lately there have been a lot of TikTok videos and everything of people being chased down and attacked by bison. They're not friendly animals. They're really big and they're really, really dangerous. But every year, people go, "Hey, watch me take a picture in front of this bison," and the bison goes, "Yeah, I don't think so." And the bison charges them. You see the size of that animal's head, right? And they use that head as a weapon. So they charge you, and they use that head as a weapon. And if you're not careful, you also get some of the horns. I think there was one video of a woman. I think this was in Yellowstone because they roam freely in Yellowstone, and they're just across the road, and you have to wait for them because if you anger them, they will charge at your vehicle. There was one woman who just got too close. The bison got angry, charged at her, and I think what happened was he got his horn caught in her pants, and so he ripped her pants. He threw her in the air, ripped her pants off. Somebody had to give her a pair of pants or something before she got out of the bushes after she got thrown by the bison. They're not tame animals. They're not like gentle cow-like creatures. They're wild animals, and they will attack. And there are. And if you don't believe me, you just go on YouTube and just do a search for bison attacks or something like that, and you will see lots and lots of videos of bison not liking being teased. So, yeah, they're pretty vicious. Now, I imagine if you ranch raise a bison, maybe they're tame. Maybe you can tame them. I don't know, but in the wild, and especially that like Yellowstone, you go to a national park or something, and they're roaming around. Give them plenty of space. Don't go near them. Don't antagonize them. Everything, because it won't end well for you. So they call it natural buffalo jerky. It is in fact bison jerky, naturally smoked, sweet and spicy, good source of protein, low fat. I mean, what else could you want? And again, because I haven't repeated it in a while, I will tell you that Trader Joe's was founded in 1967 by Joe Columb in Pasadena, California. And the original Trader Joe's is still there on Arroyo Seco Parkway. So it's still there. Maybe we got to do something there. Maybe next time we're out there, we're just going to film something. None of the Trader Joe's really like when you film inside, but maybe like a kind of a casual thing. I think we'll go to the first Trader Joe's and just kind of film, certainly outside, and maybe get a bunch of things from Trader Joe's and just do a Trader Joe's thing. Let's go to the original Trader Joe's in Pasadena. I think we're going to do that. All right, here we go. They always have the thing where you tear the top off, but it's like almost impossible to separate those two. There we go. Those two things there. Maybe that bison identifies as a buffalo. I don't know if you've seen buffalo. If you've seen a water buffalo are actually true buffalo. They're not friendly either. They're dangerous too. So my friend Anshu used to have water buffalo on his ranch, and they were behind fencing, but you could see places in the fencing where they charged at the fence and just kind of pushed it in. So they're not animals to be messed around with either. They're very, very large animals that if they're charging at you, it's going to be very, very dangerous. So bison, buffalo, it doesn't matter. Don't mess around with them. Now this looks like it says sweet and spicy. I'm seeing pepper seeds on here. Let's see if they mention what kind of peppers they use. Ingredients: buffalo. No, it's bison. Bison, brown sugar, water, salt. Contains 2% less of sea salt. Cultured celery powder. That's interesting. Granulated garlic, granulated onion, spices. It just says spices. It doesn't say what it is. But I'm seeing like pepper seeds in there. So I know there's pepper seeds in there. I just don't know what kind. There we go. That's chewy. I'm going to definitely need the dental floss later. It's strange. This isn't really that savory. There's a mild heat to it. Maybe jalapeno hot, unless there's something below jalapeno. But I always thought bell pepper was the only one under jalapeno. Bison milk, that's interesting. I don't know if people are doing bison milk. Miguel, would you do me a favor? Would you Google that and see if people are milking bison, or if they even can? I know they milk camel, donkeys. In Mongolia, they milk horses. Horses, yeah, horses. Goats, sheep, cows. Well, know about bison. Take a look. Let me know. I've had goat milk right out of a goat. Again, my friend Anshu had a goat that he had for milking, and he was going to milk the goat. And he goes, "You want some? You want some goat milk?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Put your face down there." And it was just, body temperature goat milk, but it was really good, really good. He makes coffee with goat milk. So basically, what he does is he heats up the goat milk, and then he puts like instant coffee in there to make his coffee. So it's like a goat milk latte. It's pretty good. I've read that the best cheese for a pizza is made with water buffalo cheese, but I've never had any. Well, it's because water. I would imagine it's because water buffalo cheese is hard to find. All right, so that is a really nice burn. It's sweet. That's why I'm wondering if, because jalapeno has a little bit of sweetness, but it might have some other pepper. It might have like bell pepper in there too for sweetness. Well, it has two different kinds of sugar in it too. So it's sweet, it's spicy. It doesn't have a strong flavor, which is kind of odd because usually bison has a stronger flavor than like beef, but this is kind of mild. It's good. It's exceptionally chewy. Has a lot of fiber in it. You have to chew it a lot. So if you don't like doing that, you might not like this. Like if you like your beef jerky to be like more tender, like what is it, Jack Links, the ones that have the kind of nuggets, and they're easy to chew through. This one's a little bit more stringy with more fiber, but it still there's moisture in it. It's pretty good. It's a good high protein, low calorie snack. Well, could be better. They didn't put so much sugar in it, but that's thumbs up. It was pretty good. And again, sometimes when you get bison, it can have that kind of wild taste. That one does not. But still, Yeah, thumbs up on that. Let's go back and read our question. Our question was, what Virginia dish contains a variety of wild meats, which may feature squirrel, rattlesnake, snapping turtle, elk, buffalo, bear, or rat? And the guesses were, Ice Hand said roadkill melange, which is a great guess. Scott said Western shepherd pie. Well, if it was West Virginia is actually east of the Mississippi. It would be Eastern shepherd's pie, but it's west of the UK, so it still would be Western shepherd's pie. It's a good guess. It's not correct, though. The correct answer is, in fact, burgoo. Burgoo. So in Whistler Springs, there's an annual burgoo cook-off held on Columbus Day weekend at Baker's Island Recreation Area, and they have at least 3 kinds of fish, fowl, or meat required to enter. So your burgoo has to have at least 3 different kinds of animals in it to be able to enter. So that sounds awesome. I would love to do that. When is it? Columbus Day weekend. So October. Probably a really good reason to go to West Virginia. Maybe one of the only reasons. All right. There were some other questions. Hang on a second. Bison milk, bison cheese for pizza. Okay. So Eli said, Val, do you like Eskimos, Eskimoles? And have you done a video of it? I have not done a video on it, Eli. And I can't say that I like it because I have not been able to try it because I can't find it anywhere. I cannot find Eskimos anywhere. So for those who don't know, I believe in Oaxacan area or in Mexico City, you can get Eskimos. And Eskimos are ant eggs. They're ant eggs that are cooked up. And supposedly they're really, really good, really kind of buttery taste. But I have not had the opportunity to try them. I would love, it's on my bucket list of things to try, but I can't find them anywhere. I've not been able to try them. So if anybody can hook a guy up for some Eskimoles, please let me know. I definitely want to try those. So yeah, I have not in a video because I haven't been able to get them, and I don't know what they taste like, so I can't say that I like them. But it's on the bucket list, Eli. I'd ask you to put it in the suggestion box, but it's already a suggestion because like I said, it's on my bucket list. It's just almost impossible for me to find. So so I would love to be able to find those. The lions also used to eat wasp larvae. Well, I mean, they also would eat stink bugs and chapulines, which are grasshoppers. So if you go to a Oaxacan restaurant, a lot of Oaxacan restaurants will have chapulines, which are like roasted grasshoppers. Those are really, really good in tacos because they have that crunchy, smoky, protein taste. So really, really nice in tacos. Those you can get anywhere. I mean, here in LA, you can get them anywhere. You can buy them in jars or go into any Oaxacan restaurant and be able to get those. So I haven't had those in a long time. There's a Oaxacan restaurant up the street from here. I might actually stop by there and see if they have chapulines. So I'm trying to remember if we ever did chapulines. We might not have done chapulines. I'm gonna have to go back and look. We might not have done chapulines, and if we have not done chapulines, we will do chapulines. So there we go. I looked it up, and yes, you can buy water buffalo cheese in the USA. I will put it in the suggestion list, Val. Okay. What should we do with that water buffalo cheese, though? Water buffalo cheese pizza? I think it sounds. I think was what you suggested. That sounds really good. And maybe we get some water buffalo meat and put that on the pizza as well. That might be good. What about humiles? I think those are the stink bugs, if I'm not mistaken, Miguel. Humiles, right? I think is how you say that. I think those are the stink bugs, if I'm not mistaken. Can you, Miguel? Can you do a Google search for that, humiles? Because I think those are stink bugs, and they're supposedly taste like tutti frutti. Andrew Zimmern ate them when he was in Mexico. I again have not had access to them, have not tried them. I'll have to ask some of my entomophagy friends, some of my bug chef friends. So Joseph Yoon or David Gordon, they probably know. They probably had them before. Yes, they are the stink bugs. Okay. Eli, Janice is at Six Flags, and so she is doing reviews. She's hanging out at Six Flags, but she's popping in and out. So she was on earlier. She has not broken her streak yet. She says she has still attended every single episode that we have done. I'm just drinking this because it's there. I'm not really crazy about it. So, I could drink this because that's good. I have a feeling it's high calories though. Yeah, 250 calories. But I'll drink it slow. It's okay. If you have 2,000 a day, 250 out of that, that's like an eighth, something like that. All right. So let me read another card, and then we'll get on to our next snack. How are we doing on time? 15 minutes? We're fine. We're perfect. We are doing awesome. All right. The question is, what happened? I scrolled off the page. Well, there we go. Okay. The question is, in what country are dried cuttlefish served as a snack in movie theaters? Again, in what country are dried cuttlefish served as a snack in movie theaters? That movie theater must, you're in this enclosed room where everybody's eating dried cuttlefish. That must smell wonderful. All right, let's do these because I don't know how hot those are, and you'll have to trust me on the these and those. Again, this is from Trader Joe's. I'm not going to get back into Trader Joe's. We went through that already. It was funny because on today's live stream we did 3 Lay's snacks and we did 2 Trader Joe's snacks. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, so these are rolled corn tortilla chips, chili and lime flavored. Okay, so look at the picture. They're rolled corn tortilla chips, chili and lime flavor. Anybody want to tell me what you think these are going to taste like? Throw it out there as soon as you see it. What do you think these are going to taste like? No, not cuddly fish. Cuttlefish. Cuttlefish. Cuttle, cuttlefish. Cuttlefish is a mollusk. It is a cephalopod. A cephalopod is a mollusk. I think cephalopod means head foot or something like that. Cephalopods are like octopuses or octopi. Octopi, squid, cuttlefish, nautilus, chambered nautilus. There might be something else. So just think, blobby thing with a bunch of arms. That's what a cuttlefish is. It's one of those two. Yes, $9.99 squad. Absolutely correct. That was my first thought as well. It's like this is Trader Joe's version of Takis. So it looked really interesting. I want to compare these with Takis and see, how they compare to Takis. It's going to be a chili 112. Oh my God. Yeah, here I think it's supposed to be in the low 80s, if I'm not mistaken. Hang on, I'll tell you in a second what it is right now. It is, if this is correct, I think it usually is. Right now, it is 72 degrees. 72 degrees is awesome. Really nice. I have a window open, but I have the curtains open just so that a lot of light's not coming in here and washing me out. But it's really comfortable in here. I have the fan going, really comfortable. So 72, I'll buy 72 all the time. Yeah, 72. I wish it was 72 all year round. I could deal with that. I could deal with 72 all year round. Smell-wise, yeah. They look a little bit less perfectly rolled than Takis. Now, I know that like Matt Zion and other people have questioned how you pronounce that. It's Takis. I see Takis or Takis. It's Takis. And the reason it's Takis is because these are like little taquitos. Rolled taquitos. I'm trying to remember, we did Alvera Street. We might have done an episode. We might have been added the episode. We went to Cielo, what is it? Cielo Lindo at the end of Alvera Street, where they do what they call taquitos. Taquitos are also called flautas. I think the actual name for them is flautas, but the nickname they give them is taquitos. And they're like this, except they're bigger because they use a whole tortilla. They're usually rolled, fried, and then the ones there have meat inside them, and then they give you an avocado dipping sauce, and they're really, really good. So it's called Takis because it is like taquitos. So it's Takis, that's how you pronounce that. I want to say that these, I think I like these better than taquitos because, better than Takis, because these have more of a natural flavor. Or I take that back, less of an artificial flavor. So there's definitely chili there. You definitely get the spice from the chili, but there's also lime. That lime is really, really strong. So you get that pucker from the, that's how strong the lime is in there. Really, really strong. It's kind of like tahine, like it has tahine on it without the salt, because that's tahine is powdered lime, chili, and salt all mixed together. So it's kind of like that. It's just that these aren't that salty. Flautas often use flour tortillas. Taqueria or taquitos usually use corn tortillas. Is that what differentiates between a flour and a taquito, Janice? Fun fact, if you ask for a chimichanga in Sinaloa, you will get one of those big square puffed chicharrones with the works. That's weird. Yeah, well, we make a lot of assumptions about stuff. I mean, like in the United States, if you are looking at a menu and you see entree, the entree is usually the main dish, right? Entree is what the main dish is. No, in Europe, especially in the non-English speaking countries, entree means enter, like the first thing that you have. So appetizers would be entrees. So that's the actual use of that word. But here in the United States, we say entree is the main dish. Flautas are corn tortillas filled with chicken or beef and deep fried. Right, which Cielo Lindo does, but they call them taquitos. So I don't know. It doesn't sound to me like there's a hard fast set rule on that. So now these have a really, again, strong citric acid from the lime, very, very strong. Not as salty, that's good, and a decent amount of heat from the chili. So these are good, but I can see where you would not be able to eat a lot of these because they kind of do a number on your mouth. Not like if you're eating a Carolina Reaper, and I mean that just burns your mouth and leaves it burning for a long time. This is kind of like more of a subtle thing. Like it kind of burns your mouth, but it's more like a coating on your mouth. I don't know how, I'm not sure how to describe it. It's not like painful, but it's there. And the citric acid from the lime is like really strong on that. So like I really can't see that you could eat a lot of those, because you'll be doing that all day. Have you had the famous San Antonio puffy tacos? I don't remember if I have puffy tacos. Is it like where they take like a sopapilla and they make a taco with a sopapilla? It might be what you're talking about. I haven't lived in Texas since 2003, so it might have been, and I just can't remember. I loved going. I mean, I lived in Austin, and it was just like an hour and a half maybe to San Antonio. I used to love going back and forth all the time, so I may have had that. A Navajo taco, I guess, is like on fry bread. So fry bread is completely different, and fry bread in no way it doesn't taste like a tortilla or anything. And fry bread is a Native American thing, and the reason that it's known as a Native American thing is because it's a survival food. It's a food of necessity. So basically, when the U.S. government were putting Native Americans on the reservations, they would give them rations. You know, they wouldn't allow them to go out and hunt, and they didn't allow them to farm. And so they would give them rations. And a couple of things that they gave them was oil and flour. And so fry bread is very, very simple. It's oil, flour, sugar, and sugar, salt, and water. And so they just made do with what they have. Now, if you've not had fry bread, it is really, really good. I think if you're fans of reckless eating, if you go to the Arizona We Go Maine show, we stop. It was done in separate episodes, but there's one place where we stopped and we actually got fry bread, And so you can kind of see what it's like, but it's really, really good. Fry bread is really, really good. So maybe I think, Eli, it's probably what they call an avocado taco is fry bread, because in some cases they put the same stuff that you put on a taco, and then just kind of fold it over. You can have a fry bread taco or something. All right. So I don't know that anybody. No, they did. So the question was, in what country are dried cuttlefish served as a snack in movie theaters? And Miguel Rangel said Korean, and that is correct. It is Korea. All right, so we got one snack left. How are we doing on time? We got 5 minutes left. We're good. We may or may not get to Goût Mélange. We'll see. If you guys want to hang up for an extra couple of minutes, maybe we can do Goût Mélange anyway. So let me go ahead and read the question, and then we'll get to our last snack. And the question is, what fruit found in Jamaica and native to West Africa is highly toxic when unripe, even if it's cooked? Again, what fruit found in Jamaica and native to West Africa is highly toxic when unripe, even if it's cooked? All right, so that's the question. And let's do our last snack. And our last snack is a wrap snack. So we're going back to wrap snacks. We did a wrap snacks a couple of weeks ago, but I found this one. I thought this was interesting. Hot rings. So I think Andy Caps, if I'm not mistaken, Andy Caps has a hot rings too. So I imagine these are similar. I don't know. So these are HoneyBagg hot rings. Now, does anyone know who HoneyBagg is? Apparently, he's a rapper. Maybe he's a she. I don't know. I think he. If it's this guy, I think it's a he. I don't know. Never underestimate a hustler. I don't know if that's his words or the company's words. These are made with cornmeal. Let's see if they have onion in them. I don't think they're onion rings. I think they're just rings. Just corn rings. Salt, cheddar, Romano cheese, sugar, soybean oil, citric acid, yeast extract, buttermilk, palm oil, onion powder. Okay, there we go. Maybe they're supposed to taste like onion rings. Garlic powder. There's a lot of stuff in here. Paprika, extract, non-fat, dry milk. Flamin' hot seasoning. That's interesting. That's a thing now, apparently. Yeah, there's a bunch of different kinds of onion. Blue cheese. Huh, cheddar and blue cheese. Sounds interesting. All right, let's give it a shot. Miguel says, I'm from Texas and I never had them. People do go crazy for them. Oh, beaver nuggets. Oh, from Buc-ee's. Beaver nuggets are really that good. What are beaver nuggets? I imagine they're not made from beaver. I've actually had beaver before. No, not what you're thinking. I've actually had beaver meat before. My friend Anchu had given me beaver meat, and it's one of my favorite meats, actually. Really tasty, very flavorful, very rich, dense, dark. It smells like Flamin' Hot. They're these big red rings. They look dangerous. Yeah, look at that. They look dangerous. They're dangerous. Not that hot. Interesting texture. Chorizo Mandito, ¿qué pasa? ¿Cómo estás? Good to see you again. I've not seen you in a while. Glad you could make it. I mean, the last 2 minutes, but still, never too late. Glad you could make it. It's going to turn my mouth red, isn't it? Puffed corn coated with brown sugar and caramel. Ah. Sounds like a sopapilla. Oh, you're talking about these? These aren't sweet. You always show up late. Well, you showed up. That's the important thing. I think this is turning my mouth red, if I'm not mistaken. These are interesting. The Flamin' Hot is not like Cheetos Flamin' Hot. It's not like it immediately goes to you and goes like, you get that kind of slightly sour heat, chemical heat immediately. This one's a little bit more subtle. Has a lot of corn flavor in it. Really unusual texture. It's like a Cheeto texture, but have that in ring form. Maybe it's a little bit crunchier than Cheetos. They're pretty good, actually. I kind of like the fact that they don't have as much of that chemical, artificial heat flavor that the Flamin' Hot stuff does. I'm gonna give those a thumbs up. They're actually pretty good. Not snacks. We'll have to try. There's a bunch of them out there, and well, I'm just gonna have to try them at some point. Have you seen the movie about the guy who invented Flamin' Hot? No. The movie's called Flamin' Hot. I heard about that, but I have not seen it. I'm willing to bet that guy's still alive. All right. So it is now 3 o'clock. I will ask you guys. There's 13 of you who are still there. I will ask you guys. You want to do Goop Mélange or not? Or do you guys want to call it a day, or do you guys want to do Goop Mélange? Answer me, because it's 3 o'clock. We can just end it right here, or I can do Goop Mélange. I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you think? Anybody? Anybody? Always want the goop. Yes, go for it. All right, Goop Mélange it is. Do it. We are doing Goop Mélange. All right. So we start with our moon pie. Yes, we still have some moon pie. I'm just going to break that up with a knife. We don't need too much of that. I don't think. It's time for Goop Mélange. Here's the funny thing about that is, like, you guys know that now because we use that term all the time, Goop Mélange. And now you guys know the history behind Goop Mélange, so you know where that comes from, which is kind of cool because some of you weren't even born when that episode came out. Although I think they still do Odd Couple on reruns. All right, here we go. Our Trader Joe's taquitos or flautas or whatever you want to call them. Val, what is your favorite dessert? Eli, put that in the Ask Val, please. I want to do an Ask Val soon, but I need to have enough questions. So put that in the go to the community page, and in the community page you'll see the posting for Ask Val. Put that in the Ask Val, and we will make that happen. We will talk to you later as well, 999. Thank you for joining us today. Good to see you. Glad you can make it. Have a good rest of your weekend. You need a small mortar and pestle. I bet you she has one because she's a chef, so she has everything. But I'd have to go looking for it. I don't really want to do that right now. Val, do you have a Discord? I thought you were saying discount at first. I don't. Maybe I should look into doing that. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Our Lay's Max Xtra Crunch, and this is our curry, shrimp curry. I think the only thing that's going to be really odd here is the moon pie. All right, these are the Chinese Lay's roasted garlic oyster flavor. Everything was pretty good. Lemon anything sounds refreshing right about now. Yeah, stuff with lemon is pretty good. Val, are you on Threads? I am on Threads. So I imagine, because I came over from Threads from Instagram, so it would be the same name as Instagram. So I if anybody's unfamiliar, Threads is the new social media thing. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be like Twitter, but apparently it's supposed to be nice. People are nicer to each other on there, at least for now, at least for a start. And so Threads is by Meta, which is owned by Facebook. Well, I'm sorry, Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, and so they just port your Instagram stuff over. So I am on Threads. I have postings on Threads, and I am Val_Trippy Food on Threads. So it's Val_Trippy Food, all one word, no S, Trippy Food. And so yeah, I am on there. So join me on there, Eli. Lemonade and whiskey. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. I think I would like lemonade and whiskey better than lemonade and vodka, which is a screwdriver, I think. No, it's orange juice. And what do they call lemonade and vodka? I mean, yeah, lemonade and vodka. What do they call that? Is there a name for that? Is that a lemon drop? What's in a lemon drop? Man, I need like a wet washcloth or something. And then last but not least, bison jerky. No, not buffalo jerky, bison jerky. Always nice to have the scissors handy. So yes, Eli, I'm on Threads. So reach out to me on Threads. Because you starting from scratch, even though they move over your Instagram followers, and I have 1,000 followers on Instagram, but they have to add you back on. So you're really starting from scratch. So I think like now I have maybe like 20 or 30 followers, but like I said, they just went live. I think it was 2 days ago or something. So. All right, here we go. Goop Mélange. The Lay's and Trader Joe's edition. That's an interesting combination of flavors. The bison jerky cuts through. There's something sweet, like really sweet. I'm thinking it's probably the moon pie. There's nothing that's really, really exceptionally spicy here. But the lime in the Trader Joe's tortilla rolls or whatever you call those, it's muted. It's not as crazy in the goût mélange. It's a little bit odd because of the sweetness and because of the texture of the moon pie in there. It's a little bit odd, but it's not crazy. I'm going to say thumbs up, trending downward. Is that right? Thumbs up, trending downward? Yeah, right about there. It's not great. It's not something I'd want to do all the time. The more you eat it, the more of that lime you get, because that lime is really, really strong in there. Now pour some milk on it. I would if I had milk here. But I mean, that's just going to be a soggy mess. I mean, I could put some of the cherry cola on there or the beer, but I don't think so. It's going to be a soggy mess. Yeah, I would say thumbs up, trending downward. All righty. Well, thank you for hanging out for a while. I always enjoy indulging you. So if you guys want the goût mélange, we'll do the goût mélange. So that's just how it is. So next week probably be back in Trippy Food West headquarters. We'll probably doing that. Again, remember that Tom is doing a live stream. He is cooking. What did I say he was cooking? Pigs in a blanket. He's doing pigs in a blanket tonight, and that starts at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So it's about no, I'm sorry, 4 p.m. Pacific time. It's about 2 hours from now. And then tomorrow night, we are doing part 2 of the Georgian Pudgy Show. And that's going to be a live radio show with video. So we're doing that tomorrow. So that should be fun. Check it out. I will put on the community page a link for that so you guys can check that out if you want to. And I appreciate you taking time out of your weekend to come and visit and spend some time with us. So as always, it's the high point of my day. I always love doing this with you guys, and we'll continue to do it as long as I have a voice and taste buds. Although maybe those aren't to be trusted, but we'll continue to do this. I love doing this. Love doing this with you guys. You're a great community. You're like family, and I love the fact that we have this camaraderie and that we can get together and talk. So thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. For those of you who unless you're in Australia and it's already Sunday, enjoy the rest of your Saturday and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And hopefully we will see you soon. But remember that it's crazy out there, so please take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Have a safe weekend.